Hey guys, it's Charge today with another video. Today we're going to be looking at the new archetype I added to the game, and also just finishing up the water deck because the water deck wasn't finished last time, but now we have enough cards for the water deck to be finished. And the new archetype is Shub. So you may be asking, what the heck is a Shub? Well, a Shub was actually a Fakemon that I made when I was younger. I think it was like the first original piece of artwork I've ever made that wasn't like a copy of anything else. And yeah, it's Shub, and he's basically a hamster dude. He's like a hamster in like a hamster ball, but instead of it being a ball, it's a bubble, and that's his whole concept. That's like literally the whole thing. It's a pretty simple design. There's not a whole lot to Shub, but yeah, I'm changing this light because that's kind of messing with the lighting. Hold on, sorry, because it was messing with the lighting. Anyway, but yeah. That's Shub. He's a little hamster dude, and yeah, he was like the first original thing I've ever made. So I continue to keep him in all my card games and all my different like things I draw. He's always there. So if I ever show you guys some of my other games or some of my older games, you're gonna see him because he has basically I've always had him basically. He's always been a thing. But he used to be a Fakemon, but now he's just kind of a creature that exists in the world of Charge-Cardz. Because he does. Don't ask, man. Don't ask about Shub. And also, how you pronounce it. Most people pronounce it Shub, but it's Shub as if there was an A at the end, but there isn't. I don't know. I've always spelled it like this ever since I was a kid, but yeah. Hey there, Shub. Now to the actual card. Shub is a rank 1. He is a 6/1 water type. He has the effect Kind Bubble. All your fighters take 0 damage from effects while this card is in guard mode, which is really good. Being able to go guard mode and everybody being immune from effect damage is really good, and you have a lot of ways to like keep yourself in guard mode. Like you could block, which is a nice way to keep yourself in guard mode. You can use a block, stay in guard mode. You can use a bow block right there. Water has a lot of tools to keep yourself in guard mode and protect your cards. So Shub is really good, and then because they have all those ways to stop attacks, Shub stops effects, and it basically becomes that your opponent can't do anything to you. Because if you dead calm water and you have Shub, like let's say you like use dead calm water and you have Shub on field, dead calm water stops all attacks for the rest of that turn, and Shub makes all your cards immune to effect damage while he's in guard mode. But his guard mode can't be broken because they can't attack. Basically means that you're immune from all damage for the rest of that turn for the most part. Unless they stun you, because if they stun you, if you don't know what stun means, it's like a negate, but it's like a temporary negate. If they stun your effect, then that's like the only way they get free. But other than that, if you did come water with a Shub on field, they can't do anything to you for that turn. Like they legitimately can't do anything to you unless they stun. Other than that, they can't do any effect damage. They can't attack. They can't do anything, which is crazy. But it is kind of rare. You don't get that off a lot. But yeah, Shub is a really good card. He allows you to slow down your opponent. He's just really powerful. He makes your opponent have to respect the Shub. 6/1's pretty bulky. Other than that, basic water type stuff. Next card in the Shub archetype is Baby Shub. Baby Shub has the effect, Baby Shub first. He's a 3/3, which is pretty good. Actually, no. It's okay, because like you have a little bit of HP, but at the same time you hit pretty hard, so like you're kind of good. But the effect, what actually makes him a really good card, is Baby Shell. This card can't be attacked by fighters with 3 or more attack. So it's a little confusing. So let me just like kind of explain that a little bit. If your attack, let's say Shub's attack was like 4. If your attack is or no, not even. Wait, hold on. By fighters with 3 or more attack. If your card has 3 attack, you can't hit Baby Shub. 4 attack, can't hit Baby Shub. So the only way you can damage Baby Shub is if you attack him with a 1 or a 2. You have to have very low attack to hit him. If you have 3, then you can't hit this dude. So basically, he's just an immunity because your opponent's gonna be trying to play big cards. They're probably not gonna have many of their small cards because they probably don't care about them. So what you do is, like, let's say your opponent puts down like a big rank 2 or something. Let me just grab this real quick. Let's say they put down like a big rank 2, 4 attack, 7, big damage coming in through. Play down Baby Shub after they play that down. Baby Shub can't be hit by this dude. This dude can't do anything to Baby Shub because he has 4 attack, which is over 2 and 1. So you have to have, if you have 3 or more attack, you just can't hit this dude, which is really, it's a really good effect. The only thing that keeps this dude in check is that he can still get hit by effect damage, So yeah, if you do effect damage to him, he can still die like a special blast, or like your special cards can kill Baby Shuba. So that's the only thing about him. But like if you have Baby Shuba and regular Shuba, Shuba goes guard mode, he can't get hit by special attacks, and he can't get hit by normal guys. And then also, he can just attack without needing to be protected, or he needs to go in guard mode. He can just attack for free basically, because for the most part, they're probably not gonna have anything to kill him. So yeah, these two, Baby Shuba and regular Shuba, are a really good combo. Those are really good combos right there. Next up is Trickster Shuba, which is a water dark type, which is the first time we've seen a dark type. Don't worry about dark type. Don't worry about that. And he's a 4/3, and his effect is once per turn, switch a fighter's attacking HP. This card is kind of disgusting. You may be saying, well, switch a fighter's attacking HP. Well, it doesn't sound that powerful. Well, it really is. Let's say that we have like Turbo Dash on the field, right? Let's say we attack with Trickster Shuba, boom, that does 3. So now he has 4 HP. And then we also attack with another Shuba, which did 1 damage, boom. So now that's 4 damage on their Turbo Dash. Let's say we attack with both of these guys, that's 4. And then if we use Trickster Shuba's effect to switch his HP, right now he has 3 HP and he has 4 attack. If we were to switch that, he would have 4 attack and 3 HP. I mean, no, 4 HP and 3 attack. That's confusing. But he still has the 4 damage. The 4 damage and switch places. And because he only has 4 HP now, and he has 4 damage, he just dies. Which is disgusting. So you can damage him just enough that you can switch their attack and HP. And then if your attack is equal or lower than the damage that you dealt to them, they just die. Because now the attack is HP and their HP is attack now. But the damage doesn't switch. Damage is still on the card. So Trickster is really disgusting because it can do that. But also it could just be nice just to nerf a card if it like would have like if let's say it has high attack, if you switch it so then now it doesn't have high attack and has high HP but low attack. So yeah. But there's some things you can do also, like you could Trickster, you could use his effect on your own Shuba. That means Shuba would have 1 HP but 6 attack, they do 6 damage, which is pretty cool also. That's the other thing you can do with it. So yeah, Trickster is really cool. It's a really cool card. Allows you to do some crazy stuff with it. Then we have a special card for Shuba archetype, Bouncing Shuba. If you have a Shuba fighter on your field, do 1 damage for every empty space in both players' special zone. And if you don't know what the special zone is the back row if you ever played Yu-Gi-Oh! You only have 4 spaces in the special zone, so the maximum damage this card can do is 8. So yeah, it's pretty good. You do 8 damage for free basically. If your opponent doesn't have anything on the board and you don't have anything on the backboard, on the back of the row, and you don't have nothing in your back row, and they have nothing in your back row. But they're probably going to have something in their back row, so it's like doing like 6. On average, it's probably doing 6, because they probably have like a couple things in their back row. So yeah, I would say like its average is like 6 or 5, which is still really good. That's like one tapping a lot of like low rank stuff. So, like, it's still a really good card. And it's just nice. You get to do extra damage for free basically. It's a nice card. Then we have Charge-Cardz, which is another special card. Pick 1 effect. Heal a Shuba fighter to max HP. Search your deck for a Shuba card. Add a Shuba card from discard pile to your hand. So this is like a revive to your hand, also a search, and also a heal in a 1, which is really good. But obviously you can only pick 1, but it's really good because this can do a lot of different things. This can just be a search for a Shuba, get you to find your Shubas. It's a lot of good things. This card's just really good. It just makes the Shuba deck a little bit more consistent. Or not Shuba deck, but just the Shuba engine come together a little bit faster and more consistent and all that. Then we have their boss, Big Shuba, which is a rank 2, 10 HP, 1 attack, and his effect is Growing Shuba. If you have a Shuba at max HP or you're on your field, discard this card. And I'm not feeling very well. Let me say that again. I'm not even reading it. Sorry. I do that sometimes when I'm reading effects. If you have a Shuba at max HP on your field, discard it and free play this card. So that basically means let's say you have regular old Shuba on your field and it hasn't been damaged yet. You just use this effect, boom, free play it, boom. And it's a free play, so it doesn't take up your normal play per turn. If you didn't know, you can only play 1 fighter per turn in this game. So, which is really nice. And then Shuba goes to discard pile, but if you have a Charge-Cardz, you can bring it back anyway, so it doesn't matter. But also, let's say that Shuba is damaged, you can use Shub Care to heal him back to max HP because that's one of the effects, and then that help you go into your big Shub also. So yeah, that's really cool. And other than that, big Shub doesn't. After that, Shub is a big board. He's just a big HP body on the board. After that, like there's still stuff you can do with him. There's still some silly stuff you can do with him. You can go Trickster, switch his attack to 10 and his HP to 1, and then he could do 10 damage, which is ridiculous. Obviously, he may die, but like you can still do it. Ain't nothing that's stopping you from doing it. And also, you can do a bouncing Shub while you have him on field because he has a Shub card. So that's just nice. You get to do some damage with Shub for free, bouncing Shub. So yeah, the Shub archetype is it's really nice. It just raises your consistency, gives you some searchers, and their cards just for the most part just flow very well together. Then on to just the generic other water types that I have in the water deck. We got Calm Mage. I love this dude's art. He's a rank 1 water type. He's a 6/1. And his effect is when this card's guard is broken, add a special card from discard pile to your hand. So if you put him in guard mode and your opponent attacks him and breaks that guard mode, you get to pick a special card in your discard pile and add it back to your hand, which is really nice. So that means that let's say like you used a let's say you use like a Shub Care to search your deck for a Shub. It'll be in discard pile. They hit you and use his effect to get it back, and then now you could bring a Shub from discard pile, or you could get a Shub from deck, or you can heal Shub that you may play during this turn. And that's with any special card. It's really nice. There's a lot of things you can do with it. One thing that I've seen that's really good with Calm Mage is he's a really good card. He doesn't sound good, but because water has a lot of good and important special cards in your deck, they love them because you just bring back a bunch of just really good effects. Like let's say you have Bubble Block, right? You said it. He's an attack when maybe he attacked this dude for this turn. Then they're going to attack you because thinking that he's not in guard mode, so they're not going to activate his effect. Bubble Block, switch him into guard mode. Now they just broke his guard mode, and then now this goes to discard pile. Boom. And then now he'll get the Bubble Block again back, and then he can search. Also, Bubble Block searches for something from deck, and then you get the Bubble Block back, also back to your hand, and then you can set it again, and then just keep on doing this. If they keep on falling for it, obviously your opponent still has to hit you. That means you can just search out every special card in your deck with this combo theoretically, if you really want to, because you just keep on getting back the Bubble Block, which is it's really good. It's really good. That is like a Pacific combo, but it's still really good. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's really good. But yeah, that's Calm Mage right there. I just like his art. His art's really cool. Him focusing, whatever. He's my favorite because he's just really good. He isn't broken good, but he's good. Then next up is Twister Reverse, which is a special card. When your enemy uses a special card, discard a water type in your hand, then take control of their special card. Now this card is interesting. Yes, you can take control of your opponent's card so they can pay the requirement and then you get to still do it because they already paid for it. If they paid for it, then you take control of it. You get to still do the effect. So let's say like let's say like they wanted to use Lightning Strike or something. They could use Lightning Strike, and then they would have to discard Thunder type in their hand. And if they do that, then you can use Twister, discard your Water type in your hand, and then they paid for this. They paid the cost for this card already, so you get to take control of it, and it's already been paid for it already. So then you can just do the effect for free, basically. Not really because you have to pay for this card, but you don't have to pay for their card either, so you can just use it. So even cards with requirements, as long as your opponent paid for them first, you can pay for them, which is really nice. And then you get your Twister Reverse. You can do 6 damage to one of their cards and discard one of their cards, which is one of their back row cards, which is really nice. And you can do this to any of their special cards, even special cards that don't pay a cost. You can do this to anything. The only problem is that you have to discard a water type, and there's usually not a whole lot of like special cards that are worth it. Like Lightning is worth it because they basically just wasted the Thunder type if you Twister Reverse them. So that's nice. But like there isn't a whole lot of cards that you really want to Twister Reverse. Like there's only a set amount of cards. So this is really just fodder for your effects that discard your back row. This is more like fodder. It's more of a fodder card. You're not going to use this every game, but when you do use this, this can be crazy. When you do use this, it can do some stuff. So it is a decent card. You're just not going to see it every game, but it definitely has, like, you definitely are going to be games where you want to use it. This is flowing water, and flowing water is one of the most important like core pieces of the deck, because what it does is that it shuffles a water type on your field back to your deck, then it can free play a water type with the same rank from your deck or hand, which is really good. So what that means is that, let's say, oh shoot, let's hit the camera. Let's say you have let's say you cheated out Big Shub with its effect. You just discard a Shub or whatever to get it out, boom, free. Then you could flowing water, search your deck for, shuffle him back into your deck, and then you could free play a Aqua Storm Jet from your deck because it's a rank 2 also, and then you get out your real rank 2, because that's what you really use Big Shub for. Because Big Shub, he's okay, but you're really just going to use him to cheat out your actual rank 2, because you don't have to actually pay for him. You can just cheat him out. But also, like, you could maybe you don't get the Shubs on the field. You could just, it'll say you just only have him, and you don't have your Aqua Storm. It's somewhere in your deck and you can't search it. You could just do this. Then you can do this and then search it, free play it out, and boom. So yeah, and this just makes you be able to get out your real boss more consistently. So yeah, there you go. So that's a little nice combo to get out your boss. It's a really important part of the deck. And also, you can flowing water during your opponent's turns. Let's say they're about to kill something, you can flowing water it out of there. Like, let's say they're about to kill your Calm Mage, and you like your Calm Mage. You don't want it to die. You can use flowing water, get rid of the Calm Mage, shuffle it back into your deck, and then you get to take something else that you may be able to tank the hit. Or something else you don't care about dying. Like, you can just put, like, a Shub down, boom. They kill Shub doesn't really matter, because you probably have a Shub care or something to bring it back, so you probably don't care about that dying. But, like, just something like that. And then you can save your weaker cards also, because you can use it on rank 1 to just go into another rank 1. You can't go into a rank 2, because you have to have the same rank. But yeah, it's a really diverse and fun card that you can use in a lot of different ways, in a lot of different situations. Man, I can't speak right now. Sorry for me stuttering a little bit. This is Splash Bomb. When this card is discarded, do 3 damage to all non-water types, then discard all arenas on field. This card's really cool, because if you pop it with one of your discarding effects, like let's say you pop it with your Aqua Storm Jet, which does damage for every card that you discard with its effect, like 1 damage, then you can combo that, and then just doing 1 damage for every one that I discarded, and then this is doing damage after it gets discarded also, and popping the arena, so you can use that. But also you have other cards that pop your set back row also, so yeah. It's just a nice card to get benefit from popping itself. That's it. That's all he really does. It's a pretty nice card. Then we have our Arena Bubble Bay. And as long as you have a set card on your field, your water types are unaffected by effect damage, which is really good. It's basically it's basically a Shub, but just in your back row, basically. But if you didn't know, arenas take up 2 spaces in your back row, and you only have 4 back row spaces. And for its effect to be on, you have to have a card set. So that basically means you can only use and have 1 other set card that you won't use. Because if you use both of your set cards, then this effect goes away, because you have to have 1 set card on your field for this effect to be on. So it essentially locks your whole back row except for 1 space for the most part to make this actually do anything. So it's a good card for early game to protect you and all that, but like sometimes it's just going to clog up because you like having your back row. So what you can do, you can special bomb, and then that would discard all arena, so you can pop your own arena sometimes, because sometimes you just want to get rid of your arena. So that's the other reason why you may want to run special bomb in the water deck, so you can get rid of that arena. Because like, it's good when your opponent has effects, but once they have run out of their effect damage, or most of their effect damage effects, this starts to just do nothing. Or like if you're like later in the game, you have a lot more resources, it just starts to clog up your back row, and it makes you like move a lot slower. Then the last card in the water deck, we have Aqua Jetpack. Item card. If you don't know how item cards work, you have to ready them in your back row. Then after a turn, then you can equip them. And then, so it takes 1 turn to ready and equip a item. So you can't just instantly just equip, boom, like that. Just so you know. Anyway, back to Aqua Jetpack. If the user is a water type, once during your turn, do 2 damage. If the user is a jet fighter, they can't be attacked. And the jet fighters are Jet and your boss, Aqua Storm Jet. These guys. And yeah, you can't be attacked if this is equipped. You heard me right. You just can't be attacked at all. Just a little genuinely. Just at all. You just can't be attacked, period. Like for real, you just can't be attacked. Obviously, your opponent can still do effect damage to you, but it's a really good card. Obviously, you only get the attack immunity if you're a jet card, so that's only 2 cards in the whole entire game that you get from. But also, if you're a water type, you get to do the 2 damage once per turn, which is nice. So hey, you still get there is still reason to play it, even if you're not playing jets, or even if you don't equip it to a jet, you can still equip it to a water type. So yeah. But the really crazy thing about this is if you have Aqua Storm Jet equipped, you can't be attacked. And if you have Bubble Bay on field with a set card, you can't take effect damage. And with both of those on field, you can't take any type of damage. You can't take attack damage or effect damage, which is really good. It's hard to get this set up, but if you do, you kind of just win the game because your opponent just can't damage you, which is kind of crazy. This combo is like kind of crazy if you ask me. It's absolutely insane. But yeah, that was the water deck review. There you go. I think I did a really good job on this deck. It definitely is like a control deck. You definitely control your opponent, but it isn't like hard control. It isn't hard control. You definitely can still do what you want to do. It's just that they have if they have a lot of ways of shutting you down. They do definitely shut down fire because fire has a lot of effect damage and they have a lot of ways to stop effect damage. But fire can definitely still win against water. Like, it's still a good match. It's still close. If a fire player knows what they're doing, they can still win. So yeah, it's more skewed than the water player's advantage, but fire can still beat water, which is what I love about the game. Is that even though yes, there are advantages and disadvantages, you can still win the game. You can still win. There's still ways for you to win. But yeah, next video, I think we're gonna do a battle video next video. I think. I don't know if we're gonna do a battle video or not. I don't know if we're gonna do a battle with the water deck. We may. But I can definitely guarantee that we're going to do a battle between the Fire and Thunder deck again with their new archetypes. I didn't do that yet because we haven't playtested archetypes yet, so that's what I'm going to do. And then we may be able to squeeze like a quick water battle in there also, but no promises. But yeah, thanks for watching. Charge out.